This is my final vehicle for Design Innovation 22. Our assignment was to give our cell phone controlled vehicles personality, and due to circumstances, our projects were influenced by the materials that we had at home. My initial goal was to create a snake-like vehicle. This is what I came up with. The materials of this vehicle are a dryer vent hose as the body, a metal bracket as the motor frame, two motors, wheels, a metal spoon as a skid, a Romeo BLE as a Bluetooth microcontroller, a battery pack, and wire to hold everything together. When introduced to this project, my first idea was to use the motors to make something flowing and long move in a unique way. I was intrigued by the inching motion of a caterpillar and the slithering motion of a snake. I was limited by the materials I had at my house. Luckily, I had a spare dryer hose. While the motor setup itself is very simple, it effectively holds the motor and body in place. When the video sped up to 250%, the vehicle's movements looked more organic. With powerful motors, this interesting movement may be possible for future iterations. After testing different inclines, the vehicle could only make it up around a 10-degree incline on a smooth plywood surface. This is due to the large amount of friction from the hose and not enough traction from the wheels. As you can see here, the spoon acts as a skid and is dragged by the motors and wheels. This is my first iteration made with a cardboard tube and held together with double-sided tape. I was experimenting with having wheels at each end of the vehicle, and it clearly didn't move very well, and did not have the snake-like movement I was going for. My second iteration was very close to the final product. It had an interesting movement and was very maneuverable. My final step was to integrate the battery pack and Romeo board into the vehicle so that they were accessible. After the second critique, the idea of having a rider, much like the space worm in the movie Dune, was offered. I wanted to maintain the metallic robot aesthetic, so I made a figure with a metal rod as a foundation and used the wire to make limbs and connections. This was my final product.